Good evening, everyone. My name is Carl Brewster. I'm a leader here with Godward Ministries, where our pastors are George and Shelly Ann Watson. Here at Godward Ministries, our mission statement is as follows: choosing God over the devil at all times and going God's way as the church and our way of life. And our vision statement is inspiring people to go Godward by perfecting the saints for the work of the ministry and for the edifying of the body of Christ. This is Testimony Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, November 23rd, and yesterday was Monday, November the 22nd, and it was my son KJ, Carl Irwin Brewster Jr., KJ K. Slay's 33rd birthday. And as many of you know, you've been following us, I'm pretty sure you know my son transitioned on July the 1st due to a traumatic brain injury that he had in a car accident July the 18th the year before. The doctors gave him 7 days to live, but man doesn't tell us how long we live. God determines that. So right now, from my family, to my Godward family, to anyone and everyone who's watching this, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your many prayers, for your many text messages and calls to me and my family. You've really undergirded us and you helped us through this. You helped us get through it, and we're still strong. He's the strongest man we know, we always say it, and he will always be. So happy birthday, KJ. But tonight, I have the awesome opportunity to introduce to you guys Jatwan Bryson. I call him my nephew because his family and my family have been close since I was a young boy. I was around when his mother was born, I was around when he was born. But tonight we get to talk to this young man, and he's going to tell you how the Lord has been in his life and how he's worked in his life and helped him as he's developed. So sit back, relax, and the next voice you will hear, the next testimony you will hear, will be that of Jatwan Bryson.
Hey everyone, my name is Jatwan Bryson. I'm 33 years old. This is my testimony. Before the past 8 years, I thought I knew everything there was to know about life. And by me saying that is, I had a, decent job. I was in a, relationship. I was in so-called love. I thought I had it all figured out. With me going out, different places like downtown, and me not understanding that I had a purpose. Me not having an understanding that I was someone that was important in this world, that God created me for a sole purpose for me to have an assignment on this life, and that my mission and my assignment, part of that purpose is to help humanity, like help society, help the world become a better place. I didn't know all of that. So by me living in, my darkness and my ages of being ignorant and not really knowing, having an understanding of life, it kind of had me focused on the wrong things. And over the past 8 years, I feel like, God has been taking me on this self-discovery of me discovering who I am. And I go back to, 2013 when I experienced a separation of a relationship I was in. So that kind of put me in an isolation stage that I feel God was trying to get my attention by me being, by myself, far as, after the separation with the relationship, of course, that caused pain. One thing I realized about pain is that, we go through pain. God take us through tough times for us to discover ourselves. Because that pain, it's like once we die to our old self, a new life or a new part of us is about to become or erupt, or however you want to say it. So I feel like I was going through that. And I feel like God has been teaching me a lot and showing me a lot. And especially with me having my first child, 2012. My son is 9 years old now, and I've had experience growing up being a single parent. And for me going through that, that's what I wanted to start discovering God and seeking Him in order to understand me. Because being a single parent it is tough, and with the support of your family or friends, that helps a lot. And with me going into being a store manager at, Dunkin' Donuts, starting off 2014, I feel like that a part of me in that stage in my life was me working on my character. So, you know, a lot of people ask me the question, you know, how did I change? You know, with me mentioning like being in the separation stage, you know, I feel like God was isolating me from everyone and through the world just for him to get my attention, because I was being distracted by too many things. So I feel by going through the breakup, God had to take me through that point for me to sit down in a little cubicle, you want to say, in a little setting to get me to understand who I am. So anytime that you want to listen to your insides, you have to get away from all the distractions that's on the outside of you. So, and that's the part of being self-discovery, because you want to be you, God, and yourself. And, you know, I done had some tearful nights that I've cried, you know, thinking that I had, you know, lost everything, going through the separation and everything. And, you know, I thought that my life was over, but it was actually, I don't know the reason for things. We all don't know the reason for we go through pain, suffering, whether it's losing a loved one, a death in the family, we don't know. But God knows all things, and he takes us through things to build our character, for us to work on who we are, for us to understand more about us. And by doing that, we need to put our focus on him. So I decided to start seeking God with my heart, and that kind of opened up opportunities and doors to me of being like, from going to a store manager in Dunkin' Donuts when I dropped down to be part-time working at when I went to FedEx. And then that gave me the opportunity to spend more time through either prayer or reading the word, and spending more time with focus on God, because I wanted to discover me. After going through the painful breakup, I was like, I'm tired of losing. I know it's a better solution out here. I know it's better a solution with the results I was getting. So I started to seek answers through prayer, praying for wisdom, and going through a lot of things to discover who I am, man. At the time that I was going through these things, I didn't know what God was taking me through. So, you know, he brought a lot of influential people in my life, and far as teachers, family members, and people like that. And one of the main influences that I met is Myles Munroe. By me listening to him, it kind of opened up my eyes to listen to information that I never knew. And that comes with a process of changing, of being transformed by the renewing of your mind. Until you start receiving new information, then your life won't change. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you want to try to put that focus on seeking, information, discovering who you are, and that's what I feel like I was going through. So I started reading books. I started, started getting out of my shell of being shy, communicating more, and that's why I started learning. And with me being a store manager, that put me in a position to where I had to kind of deal with customers, I had to work on my leadership skills, and I started reading books on that to have my self-development. And, I just went on a self-development journey over the years, with me being single, because most of us, I feel, even when I was going through the things I was going through as far as the breakup, I feel like I needed to be in another relationship fast. But it's like God was telling me to discover myself, so he was keeping me by myself alone at that time. And one of the books I read that helped me out is this book called Single, Married, Separated, and Life After Divorce by Myles Munroe. And that book kind of helped me out, and like I said, with the past 8 years journey that I've been on, it's been a blessing. When we come at a stopping point in our life, it's for us to emerge, and that's when self-development comes. Because anytime you're trying to fit someone, as far as a character, that's God. Something is shaping. It's like God is shaping you and molding you into the character the person that He wants you to be, versus the person that society produce. You know, he's trying to get us to understand who we are from his perspective instead of man's perspective, because we all have our own opinions about ourselves, you know, and about other people, but it's only one sole purpose and opinion that matters, and that's, you know, the one that created us. So we have to understand who we are as a being, and that's through him. And, you know, with me being on that journey, it's been a blessing, you know. At the same time, with my son, he was born, one of his kidneys was larger than any other, so, you know, I was keeping my faith with God with that, to making sure he was going all right with the surgeries that my son went through for the large kidney he had, for them to get all the tools and stuff, you know, reordered, because he was having the urine backflow with that. So, you know, it's my faith with that, with him going through that, and the surgery and the hospital visits and the prayer and the patience, and, you know, and me keeping that faith. And that's mainly it. And I feel on the journey that I'm in now, moving forward, is with me, as far as following up on my purpose and my soul dreams, and with me doing all of that, I feel like I got a lot of dreams in my heart. And that's why I kind of put myself in positions to listen to people that can motivate me and listen to people that can encourage me. So, you know, that's part of my testimony, that me getting out, just transitioning from me thinking I had life all figured out through, you know, going through a lot of things. And by me having a kid, and, you know, it's like my son made me a grown-up, because I was a kid who had a kid, and, you know, he, you know, seemed like he made me a grown-up, and that was a motivation of me wanting to be a better person, to be a better father. And, you know, that's when I started changing my library from not listening to the rap music and stuff like I've, you know, been listening to. You know, I'm not saying it's bad to listen to that, just kind of understanding your words and the things that you're listening to, you know. But as far as me, in my situation, I feel like I had to start getting some new information in me, and that would create a different person by me changing my mindset, and that would create me to be a different person, and then just a better person, you know, not just for me, but just for the people around me. And, you know, that's, you know, my testimony, and I'm Jatoin Bryson, and I hope you enjoy.
Wow. As I always say, because, I mean, what else can I say but wow? I'm smiling so hard because Jatoin is like my own son. He's my nephew. He's so close. It's just a beautiful thing when young adults are vulnerable, when they speak to us about what God has done and is doing. I mean, you know, I'm older, 58, they're in their 20s, but God, to work with them and understand it and realize it at such a young age is a beautiful thing. It's a powerful thing. It's beautiful and powerful for him, and it's beautiful and powerful for his child, the ones coming up, that you get an understanding of it early. So, again, I just can't stop smiling. I thought it was a beautiful testimony. I totally enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. Happy Thanksgiving, because in a couple of days we're all going to be sitting down with families, and it's different this year. We're actually able to sit down with our families and probably have some outside family members in. Due to COVID, we're all opening up a little more. We all still got to be safe. Make sure you're wearing your mask. Make sure you're getting your shots. Do the things you're supposed to do. Be smart. But I know our Thanksgiving, I'm so happy to be able to go back to a cousin's house, and we're all going to come together. So you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. This Sunday, come see us on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We would love to have you. We would love to have you. And we also look forward to seeing you next month in December. So, as we say here at Godward, first I want to say thank you. Again, thank you for our prayers for my son and our family. Happy birthday, KJ. Thank you for supporting us and staying with us and following us. But as we say here at Godward, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So we'll see you next month. You guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much.